Oh my God, there's sound. Hopefully there's sound now. Okay, so. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay. It's this little stupid little button on this thing that every time I move it, you can just, your finger grows over or, just kind of hovers over it and it turns red. And it's very, very touchy. Anyway. So today is October 18th, 2023. Okay. Got my Tim's. All the good in the world. At least in my part, anyways. I have my tea. Okay, so. Um, so. So before we start, just a couple of things. We do have our mediumship event. It's half full now. We have guaranteed reads. There's 10 people maximum. Basically, you get a guaranteed read plus some healing and a little other stuff that may pop in. Talking to spirit guides. So if you guys are interested, there's a link on our Facebook page. Again, you have to pay up front, so we have a company that takes the money and sends it to me after. But if you guys are interested, just sign up. I think it's $33 Canadian. So again, if you're interested in that, please sign in. We also will be doing some reads in what in the world? I just lost the name. Anyway. Boy, am I not remembering the name? I use it every day. Smith Falls. That's it. Smith Falls. So I think that's November 15th. We'll be doing a day of reads in Smith Falls. So if any of you guys here are from Smith Falls, that's what we're going to be that day. At the end of this month, we're going to be in Carlton Place doing reads. And in December, we are just going to have a live event of connecting to past loved ones for Christmas. Free, of course. I always do Christmas for free. 75% of the things I do are for free. Oh, anyway. Oh, my fingers are sore. Too much work. Let's see what we get, and then let's just pick a person. Bernard, pick a person. So this is a message to everybody because I know some people have mentioned it. I pick people who my eyes are drawn to. So if you feel that I'm not picking you for whatever reason, that's not the way it is. I mean, I have up to 50, 60 people at a time. So if I don't pick you, I apologize, but you just weren't. I just wasn't drawn to you. Anyway. Who am I going to hit first? Hello. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so let's see if I can connect to both of them. Okay, so I have this lady that's kind of standing behind you. The first picture I got was this one here. So that's what she asked me to pull for you. Anyway, so the first thing she wants you to know is that there are some, she is hanging around you. She's, hustling, just kind of bustling around the place and moving things on you and just trying to move things to the places where she wants them to be. She says, like you, she's a little stubborn, bit OCD. She's wanting you to know that all the kids are being watched for her, by her. Your cat is, by the way, I see it standing or sitting right beside you. It's kind of like curled up beside you on whatever you're sitting on. Yeah, I just see it's like a couch or whatever. She wants you to don't worry about the cat. The cat passed over fairly well. It is a human soul, so it's not lost to the world. It's always around you, and we'll be there for you till you cross over. Anyways, she's working very hard at opening up your spiritual side. She feels that it'd really help you deal with the people that are around you, issues that you're going to be receiving as learning lessons. So the more and more you listen to your spiritual side, the more advanced you'll be at dealing with this stuff. And again, they're nothing major. These are all just lessons we ask to learn. And so, spirits help us go through them and guide us, and because they've been through them before. So just make sure you have time for yourself. Go re-energize. For some reason, I keep seeing you like searching rooms for something, and she's just kind of laughing. So I'm assuming that she hid something on you. Because all I heard is that, well, you'll feel it, you'll find it in the most unusual places. But says you'll have to take care of some people. If your dad's around or whatnot, some older people, you're going to have to take care of some people. But all not, just use your spirituality, and everything will be good for you. Health-wise, she says it's going to be okay. There are things that you're going to go through. Nothing major, again, just stuff that we go through old age for. Nothing that's going to threaten you or anything. It's just annoying, I guess you could say, but you'll make it till the end. And like I said, she's going to be with you all the time because she just wants to annoy you. Anyway, so don't worry, you're being well taken care of by a lot of spirits. So just listen to your spirituality, and you'll hear what they're saying. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. Hopefully that helps. Anne Marie. Okay, so I missed somebody here. Don't know if I can find them again. Okay. Amanda Paye. Okay. Cards. Okay, so I got this young male with me. Um, and the first thing I'm kind of hearing is that um, thank you for still thinking about him and worried about him and whatnot. But wants you to know that he's doing very well and he's very happy. Um, Shows himself sitting beside a dog and petting his head and whatnot. Um, but the one thing that he's also saying is that he says that the next phase of your life is going to be very calm because he's worked hard with you and with other people around to calm your life down. Um, it's just he says you've had a little bit of ups and downs and it's just time for you to sit back and say that you've come to a part in your life now where you can just sit down and decide, yeah, you know what, I want to relax. Um, he also wants you to know that he's the one that tickles your feet at night, so you might feel your feet jerk. Um, so he's never left wherever you've lived. He's always there, and you may see him in your dreams because he likes to take you out of your body and talks to you um, when you're on the other side during your dreams. Um, he does say though, he'd like to see you try and change that your health, that you're eating and breathing and whatnot. He says it's kind of, he says you may look at it sometimes, but there's more that needs to be done just to make sure that you're healthy. And he's not saying that you have any illnesses. He's just saying, breathe differently, eat differently, look at what's healthy, and kind of go with that. But he's also saying, you're coming to an end where you might even be considering uh, relaxing when it comes to work or perhaps even retirement in the near future. And he says that's what you got to work the goal for, because your goal in life is to be happy, and hopefully he'll help you get there. Just he laughs and says depends on whether you want to be happy or not. Anyway, so anyway, he says dimes are his best friends. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. Hopefully that helps. So Deborah Marshall. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the first cards I'm getting for you is it's time for you to plan your future. There's a lot of movement going on, especially when it comes to money. So you may have to spend some money and look in a different direction, or perhaps think about money in a different way. But there's certainly a bit of movement when it comes to money over the next little while. And then I see that the kind of evening off and having comfort with money. There's also the romance card, which says that that more attention will be spent on of the heart than of the wallet. Um, so you're going to find yourself putting in a position where you like when that happens, you usually get rid of negativity and whatnot. So planning for the future, looking at what is involved, making sure that you're in a position where you're comfortable. Um, there is going to be a couple of ups and downs over the next little while. I see somebody who may pass away on you that you may know. It's just going to kind of really change things that you're doing for a little while, but then you're going to come back to being in a fairly normal path. So your mother-in-law is saying that well, first thing she says is tell her son that he's an idiot. She says there's a lot of spirits that are watching over you right now, and they're certainly helping you in the way you think and the way you hear things. So she says it's not just, people in your family, there's other people on the other side who like you a lot, so they'll help you. So, people in my family like you, so they're going to come over and they're going to help you as well. So listen to the voices and listen to the thoughts, and you'll know which way you have to head over the next 10 years or so. It's going to be a little ups and downs, which says nothing you can't handle. Anyway, that's all I have for you. And take care. Okay, let's move on because we're way above where it should be for comments. Tend to forget comments. So Manon Brazo Dore. Oh yeah, so so I see both of them standing there, kind of. I'm not sure if they're having some kind of drink together and kind of smiling and talking to each other. It's like they're having a very good time and very strong connection. So your mother kind of looks at me and says to let you know that that she is following you, and then she does know you said goodbye, so now she's following you as well, and all her other kids, and making sure everybody's in a good spot in their life. And she likes to warn you when things are not in the right spot, so you might get these odd thoughts or feelings that something's not quite right. She's also mentioning that you're going to go into a much more comfortable phase in your work or what you're doing for work, so that you're not going to be as shattered, I guess is the word. Anyway, so you're going to run into a very good spot. I probably even think that you might even get a new position or perhaps a new job somewhere. I just see you like being a little scattered right now, and then settling down into something that's very positive. So don't worry about money. Money will be good. You're going to be fine. You'll have enough money as you move into your old ages. You're just going to, be able to relax and enjoy people and a partner. She's also saying that there's going to be another child in the family soon. That's going to make your heart happy. So it says everything is going to move in a nice, good direction. Your dad is saying that he's proud of you and he's watching over you, but he says your mother's the one that's mostly in charge as usual. But if you need his help, just ask him. He'll always be there. Says in the meantime, the two of them are going on a trip. So just want to say take care, and he loves you. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. I hope that helps you in some way. Okay, so keep moving here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Cartier Teresa. Okay, um, sorry, talking to somebody. So over the next little while, from what the cards are saying, is that you're going to be headed into a new beginnings. It's like you're going to see things that are new or change that's coming. I really feel that might be when it to kind of work or perhaps stuff you're doing that's going to create a bit of a change. Because I see the conflict at work, I see somebody not happy with you. Um, you're not happy with anyway. There's a sense of not happy. It's going to be more of you saying, you know what, I'm kind of done with this, or yeah, I'm going to find a new place or find a new place within where you're working. And when kind of that settles down, and you're going to have more um, time to sit down, reflect, put your feet up and say, well, okay, it is what it is. Um, so new things will head your way. Um, Especially when it comes to spirituality, you're going to be waking up one morning and be able to do a lot of abilities that you didn't think you could do. Um, and you certainly recognize somebody who's going to be talking to you through your spiritual side, because I see either a grandmother, a grandfather, or the male and female that's above you, anyways. Um, Talking to you a lot, especially when you're by yourself and contemplating, you'll get a lot of messages in your head. But there's a lot of movement. Again, they're not showing me entirely what all the movement is. Within 6 months, you're going to see this movement, and you're going to be guided to be, or perhaps even pushed in this direction. Because I get the picture that you're walking. There's like semi, semi hands pushing you in the direction that you should be going. So yeah, so expect some changes over the next 6 months, and to hear them better, than spend more time by yourself in nature or in a park or somewhere outside the house, and you will know what they're trying to tell you. But like I said, there's some conflict coming up that will start this whole process. Anyway, that's all I have for you. DD. Okay, so I have a spirit that just popped into my head. And I don't know who this is directed to, because hopefully somewhere along the line we'll catch this message. But I have a message from a grandmother who's passed, and the first thing she wants to know or let people know is that there was a girl, 16 years old, with dark hair. I see her going to school with, the typical, I guess, Catholic type of stuff, um, skirt and all that kind of stuff. And she's referring to this girl as disappearing at the age of 16. And the parents have been frantic and trying to figure out what's going on with her, and everybody's been looking for this girl and have thought that perhaps she's passed over the last little while. And I'm kind of get the feeling this may have been 6 or 7 years ago. But the message that she wants to give out to the people that this is happening is that the girl is okay. She's actually um, with a boyfriend, and they've moved a long ways away. I see the girl out having 2 kids. So it's almost like she perhaps eloped with the, or just ran away with her boyfriend to a place where I guess people just can't find him. But the message is this girl's okay, and that she'll eventually come back, especially when the times get a bit rougher. Then she'll be back. So just kind of relax, and the girl will come back. Anyway, let's move on. Okay. Okay, so okay. Okay, so Courtney Gallagher. I'm getting distracted by the spirits, so apologize. Okay. So the first thing I'm being told, and this is no the lady that's hanging around you. So the first thing she's being told that this is a male that's in the house that you've known that has passed away. So I don't know if this is a friend or a family member, but there's definitely a male in the house that's causing these issues and wanting you to know that he's okay. And she also wants you to know that in the house itself that you were supposed to be a twin, so they have a twin sister in the house that's also trying to get you to know that your twin is there. But this male is not somebody of the family, it's somebody I guess you knew before. It's just letting you know that he's passed, and that because you are a medium that he wants you to help him tell his family or friends. So maybe even somebody you knew in school. I don't see like a real deep heart connection, but certainly a friend connection. So the other thing too I'm also feeling is kind of a message as well, as to kind of push forward and move further ahead. There's just a feeling that maybe that you've kind of stopped and stopped moving forward and seem to be content. But the message seems to say is that work a bit harder and move further, then you'll realize that you'll start to achieve the things you want to achieve. So that's all they're telling me. It's nothing serious, evil. It's just somebody trying to get your attention. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. That was for Courtney. Thank you for coming. Okay, so it's a bit of a healing time. I always try to do a bit of healing. So for those of you guys who want to practice this healing thing, it's going to be very, very quick. It's not going to be anything long. It only lasts about 2 minutes or so. So the rest of you who are not into healing, just give me about 3-4 minutes and I'll be back to doing reads. Okay, so those who want to reading, I just want you to start taking deep breaths. Just relax your breathing. And I just want you, after you do that, and ground and protect yourself. Now, I want you to imagine your hands. As I've shown before, if you try to squeeze your hands together, you'll see there's a resistance there. And that's your spirit body. So in your mind, I want you to develop a very strong ball in between your hands that is of your favorite color. I'm just going to get it stronger and stronger. You're going to feel the heat in your hands. You know, if you can't imagine this, just feel it. And once you feel that this is a very strong and it's like you're kind of happy with it, I want you to swallow it. And as you swallow it, you're going to feel your throat accept it, and you're going to feel it go into your stomach and all the way down to the bottoms of your feet, down your hands, and just allow it to send all kinds of healing and heat through your body. And then you might feel your fingers tingle. And just envision your whole body being encased with this color, with the little electrical things. And then you'll feel all that energy, and you'll feel your body working on things in your body that are of an issue. Okay. This is part of self-healing. At least what I teach anyways. Let's go on. I think he's gone out for coffee or something. So, oh, yeah, let me pick somebody. Okay, so I'll go with Andrea Reese. From your dad. No, listening to him, it feels that maybe you haven't felt him around for a while, or perhaps in and out, because he's working on a project for you. And I don't know what this project is, but it's something that's very important for you. I have no idea if this is a romance thing or not, but he's working on a new path for you that, he's trying to, kind of show you that this is going to be a happy time for you if you follow his path. Because I don't know if you've lost a relationship or if you lost a friend recently, because there's a sense of somebody that's kind of stepped away from you, either in death or whatnot. And I think this just kind of feeling that he's giving me is that the things, either in friendships or whatnot, may change or have already changed. It's like you're facing left, and now you're going to be facing right, because you'll see a whole new vision of where you're headed. It's usually means you've been kind of stuck in that kind of path for a while, and it might be time to make a decision or make a change. There's going to be a lot of new creativity coming through you, as well as your desire to change things, or to perhaps go back into whatever you used to do, reading, writing, painting, or whatever. I certainly see you as in with music, whether it's playing music or dancing or whatnot. But there's certainly going to be a big grow in that area. Um, so he's just kind of pointing that there's a major decision that needs to be made, and that he's going to help you with this. And he's not telling me what it is, probably because it's a public forum. But he's certainly saying that there are changes coming that he's going to really help you with, and not to worry about it. He still is holding you by your hand. He's still guiding you or holding on and saying, let's make a few changes. Anyway, that's all I have for you from him. Okay, so second Gallinger. Yeah, I already gave a read to Courtney Gallinger. So I'll have to pass you tonight, I guess. Okay, so Tammy Cole. So the answer I'm getting here is that there will be some new money coming in, especially, there's a sign here saying possibly a new job, but I also see him moving, changing things around so that I guess money may not be as tough as it is. But, there's the move card, and then there's the romance card, and then there's the new job card. So this basically doesn't mean new romance, but just romance. Means that, yes, there are some changes coming for you that are going to be more beneficial. Timeline, I'm not quite sure. I'm seeing it around 4 or 5 months. It might be sooner. But certainly there's kind of like the time of waking up and saying, I've had enough, and you're going to make the changes to do that. I'm not sure what the Lover's card is indicating to you, but it usually means that somebody's going to be with you to support you in these changes. So don't be surprised. It's not like you're going to be $1 million or something, but you're going to have enough to sit there and look, okay, well, now I can buy a Tim's without worrying about it. And just being a lot more comfortable with the money that you have. The message from an older lady with you is that you're going to have to go through the process of looking at your, not the bank money, but the ones and twosies that you're spending, like the Tims and the dollar here and a dollar there, and a dollar store here, and then just little times, just look at where all your ones and twosies are going throughout the month, and then you may even be able to find more money. Anyway, I hope that helps. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what that is all saying, but let me see if there's a message for your grandkids, grandchildren. Paula, when O's. Okay, so So I'm listening to an older female. Got her arms crossed and kind of got a bit of a smile on her face. It's kind of the first message I'm getting from her with a little bit of a smile. It says, "Oh, well, now your Christmas budget's going to increase now, isn't it?" If you're asking whether the kids are going to be okay, the answer is yes. I see a lot of good future with them. I see the rainbow on one of my cards, which says that everything will work out the way it's supposed to. Obviously, in what I don't situation is, there's going to be a bit of change and upset and so on and so forth. But I believe this is a grandmother, and she's saying that over the next year, expect ups and downs with them. As obvious, there's going to be some arguments with somebody in the family about them, or conflicts with them. But in the end, what's going to happen is you will give them the path that they need to succeed, or at least the foundation for them to succeed. So they'll know that if they have a place that they need to go to, that it is there, and that they can stand there, and they know that if other issues come up, they can go back to that place where they stand, where you've created a foundation for them. Again, the cards are just basically confident in saying that, yeah, they'll succeed. I don't know how old they are, but our message is that you're not the only one that's doing this. All spirits are helping as well, and they're certainly going to give you a lot of energy to deal with this. So don't be surprised. Every once in a while, you might feel like you have endless energy, because it'll still give you the energy to deal with it. Anyway, I hope that helps you in some way. Yeah, so Rosemary Moat. Okay. Will he find his direction? The simple answer is yes. The complicated answer is it really depends on who's around to support him. And he's not talking about you. He's talking about, relationships and that. Because I'm looking at the cards here, and he's getting the support from you, and the place where he can come to, but there's a lot of conflicts in his life. It's like he may be overwhelmed by the conflicts. In the middle, though, there's the release from the conflicts and having, the losing of the fear and trusting people again. My feeling is, and I don't know if he's in a relationship, but there's a relationship coming, or will grow, or has, that will certainly wake him up to what he needs to do. and certainly push him in a way that he's going to be successful. It's a wake-up call. He's going to get a wake-up call, and he's just going to say, okay, I know now where I'm doing wrong, and I'm going to realize that I need to go this direction to make myself happy. Because right now he's not very happy. He's not finding the happiness in life. So there's going to be an event which I feel will be another human in his life that's going to drive him into being happy. No timeline on that, but I think that is coming for him. Anyway, that's what I'm told. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, so Cynthia Dufault. Okay. So from the cards are showing us over the next year or so, you're going to have a one side of you that's going to be very happy, and another side of you that's going to be kind of sad. There's one cards I have here, which is new life, which means that there may be a new child coming into your life or a new person coming into your life that you're going to really want or pay attention to. But on the other side, we also have the power of attorney, which usually indicates that you may have to take care of somebody more than what you have been. Typically, if it's parents or grandparents, they may be getting to the point where they need more help. So power of attorney is basically looking at them and say, okay, we need to start dealing with this. Those are the two balances they're going to hit you over the next year. At the same time, they also want you to spend more time by yourself and in nature, go sit in a park, go hug a tree. But it's all about re-energizing and energizing. Find a bunny, I guess. Anyway, just so that you could have that space and time for you to be able to deal with both of these things. But all in all, this is just over the next year. I think after that, everything will be balanced out and new things to be focusing on and new things to be finishing off, getting rid of negativities and whatnot, and just deciding that, this is my own path and I want to be happy and I want to get rid of everything that's not making me happy. And that's the way you're going to do it over the next couple of years. Anyway, so that's what I kind of feel is coming up for you over the next year. So is it not one doing? I guess not. I thought I did. Oh, yeah. Just talking to myself. Yeah. Okay, so Leslie Biscup. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm kind of seeing around you, at least in spirit, is a boy, a young boy who seems to be following you around. Whether this is something, might be either you may have had a miscarriage or supposed to have another child, or somebody may have had one, but you certainly have a boy that's walking around with you. And I heard him say mom. So, but I also sense that there might be somebody around you or in your family may also be having a new child. That's again going to be letting you be a lot more happier. Don't forget to help other peoples if you want to. You have a lot of spiritual abilities, certainly a lot of healing abilities. Just don't let people abuse you, but in the same time, you're going to take a bit of step back and look at everything that's around you and saying, geez, what can I change to make myself happy? And am I in the right path? And am I going in the right direction? But you have a lot of abilities, and you may want to focus on that or learn about these things. Because the more you learn about them, the more you're able to help yourself, and more get rid of all the anxiety that's in your head and wondering what's going on type of thing. And the things that are happening, you want answers. So I just kind of feel that over the next year you're going to be going through that, and again trying to figure things on. There's a death card here. So I don't know if somebody's passed that you're trying to connect to or that you're still grieving, but the other ones are saying new life's coming. So this is basically saying the end of one phase of a life and the beginning of a new phase of the life. So this may not be like actual physical death and birth, but actually within you, the death of the life that you know now and the beginnings of a new part of your life, which will make you happier. Anyway, so that's what I have for you. So don't forget, everybody, we are having an event at the end of the month on November 5th. I'm doing a mediumship event. We'll have up to 10 people that's available for. Everybody is guaranteed a mediumship read, as well as perhaps some other things, depending on how many people are there. But you are guaranteed a read. It costs us $33. You can find the application form on our Facebook page. So if you're interested, it's $33 Canadian. So if you're interested, go ahead and book a spot. You have to pay up front, before we can assign a seat to you. It's going to be a lot of fun. So again, if you're all interested, just book a spot. Anyway, so that's it for my night tonight. So thank you very much for coming. I'll be back on next Wednesday. I'm here mostly every Wednesday, other than, when things happen. But I hope everybody has a great week and certainly a great evening. And I hope that those that I've done messages for you, that it's helped you in some way. So take care, everyone. Have a good evening. Bye.